Hello and welcome. Well, today we begin with the latest update from Pakistan, a country which continues its warmongering tactics against its neighbour, India. Adding to the ongoing tension between the two nations, Pakistan's Chief of Defence Forces, Asim Munir, has warned India of a swifter and more severe response. Well, the remarks were made during the inaugural ceremony of Pakistan's new Defence Forces headquarters in the garrison city of Rawalpindi. And Munir chose anti-India remarks to mark the event.
India should not be a victim of any self-deception or assumption. Next time, Pakistan's response will be even swifter and more severe. A clear message has been given to the Taliban regime that it has no choice but to choose between Fitna al-Khawarij and Pakistan.
Munir was referring to India's Operation Sindoor, which inflicted heavy losses on the Pakistani security establishment in May. Indian forces, in response to the deadly Pahalgam attack in Kashmir, destroyed terror bases in Pakistan. India's offensive forced Pakistan to plead for the cessation of fighting, but instead of admitting their strategic setback, the Pakistani government chose to mislead its citizens. The Shehbaz Sharif-led government not only claimed victory, but also promoted Munir as Field Marshal. It's the country's highest military rank and has been awarded only once before. And that's not all. Pakistan appointed Munir as the Chief of the Defence Forces. The creation of the post followed President Zardari's approval of the Pakistan Army, Air Force and Navy Amendment Bills 2025 last month. Well, this gives Munir operational control over the Army, Navy and Air Force. Pakistan has always been dominated by its army, but this bill has made the power game a legal one. Well, coming back to Munir and his anti-India rhetoric, this is not the first time he has done this. As such, he's a repeat offender. In April, Munir called Kashmir the jugular vein of Pakistan. The remarks were seen as a trigger for the deadly Pahalgam attack in April, which claimed 26 innocent lives. In August, Munir resorted to nuclear saber-rattling during his US visit, threatening to take down half the world and destroying Indian dams on the Indus waters. And it's not just India that Pakistan struggles to make peace with. It has a bitter relationship with its other neighbour, Afghanistan, as well. The two nations have been clashing along their border. Munir said Pakistan has given a clear message to the Pakistani Taliban, or the TTP. Instead of acknowledging Pakistan's historical role in nurturing regional militancy, Islamabad sought to shift blame entirely onto Afghanistan, claiming that it harbours the TTP. Well, India has backed Afghanistan's territorial integrity and sovereignty. It has condemned reports of Afghan civilian casualties during border clashes.
Reports of border clashes in which several Afghan civilians have been killed. We condemn such attacks on innocent Afghan people. India strongly supports the territorial integrity, sovereignty and independence of Afghanistan.
Though New Delhi responded to an issue threatening regional peace, it did not interfere with Pakistan's internal political turmoil, something Islamabad does on a regular basis. India did not even cater to Pakistan's bogus warmongering, as its military action has already given a befitting response.
देखिए, पाकिस्तान में जो भी घटनाएं होती है उस पर हमारी पैनी नजर रहती है, लेकिन जहां तक लोकतंत्र की बात कह रहे हैं आप कि पाकिस्तान में लोकतंत्र लचीला हो रहा है, उसमें कमजोरी आ रहा है, उसकी ताकतों को कमजोर किया जा रहा है, लोकतंत्र और पाकिस्तान दोनों साथ-साथ में नहीं जाते.
Well, Pakistan is reeling under internal political turmoil since Imran Khan's arrest in 2023. His supporters face brutal crackdowns for protesting his arrest. Pakistan's economic hardships are also mounting, forcing it to seek loans from the International Monetary Fund. Sections of Pakistan's population are unable to afford even basic meals. And ignoring dozens of such challenges, the Pakistan Defence Forces chief decided to dedicate his maiden speech to an anti-India tirade. The messaging focused on confrontation rather than peace. This not only reflects Pakistan's misplaced priorities, but also paints a grim picture of its policies. It suggests that in Pakistan, propaganda and feeding lies to citizens takes precedence over everything else.
They promised glory. They delivered fear. They shaped nations. They scarred generations. From brutal purges to propaganda machines, from stolen power to violent falls from the throne. Welcome to The Dictator, a series that strips away the myth and then exposes the men behind the tyranny. History remembers their power. Firstpost reveals their truth.